Hello, everybody. I'm in my room. Looks much cooler, does it? Looks cooler when it's on camera because I have a guitar and a printer and art and shit. But truthfully, it feels pretty messy in here. But anyway, this is me carelessly taking another video because I got a lot of feedback, positive feedback on the last one. And if you're new here, my name is Matthew Jones, and I'm 28. And I got diagnosed with cancer 3 years ago. And in about 45 minutes, I'm going to go to the cancer clinic where I'm going to talk to my oncologist. And I'm 99% sure she's going to tell me, she is going to tell me it's time for you to take more chemotherapy pills. And I went there about 2 months ago and I said, no, I'm not going to do that because I learned so much in the last 3 years about how treatment works and what cancer is. But this time around, I will take the bag. I will take the bag of cancer pills. I don't know how many of them I'm going to eat or swallow, but I know I'm going to take them. I don't know if they'll be available today, but I'm not going to go against them. And I'm a little bit upset by it, and I'm a little bit nervous about it. And I've been thinking a lot, like I said in my last video, about what I want to do with my time, because I'm 28, and I did 2 college degrees. I've got one when I was 20. I got another one when I was 23. One in creative writing, one in geography. There's my plants. Love my plants. No degrees in plants or anything, but I love plants. And then I worked a lot, and I started a industrial design degree at Emily Carr University in Vancouver. And that was really cool. That was during COVID, so it kind of sucked at the beginning. But at the end of my first year, I was 24. That's when I first got diagnosed with cancer. And, I'm finishing my first year of industrial design, which I love. I love design. I make clothes and music and stuff. And I did this first year of design. And then at the end of the semester, I have seizures. And I go to the hospital and they're like, long story short, eventually the oncologist tells me, you have an incurable, aggressive grade 4 tumor in your brain. It's life-limiting. And you need to do radiation and take chemotherapy. So obviously the first time you hear something like that, especially when you're 25 years old, you're like, well, holy shit, I need to drop out of school. Like, am I gonna fucking die? What's actually important to me at this point, right? And what's important to me at that point is definitely not going to school, but now I just finished my first semester at UBC, so I'm in 3rd year, but I'm 28. Which is fine. And a lot of people, there's older people than me in class, and it really doesn't matter what age people are when they go to university. If you think about it, everyone goes at their own pace, but it's just my neighbor or my delivery guy at the door. One sec. Anyway, what is it? I think I just need to chill. I just need to take it easy. One day at a time. And I think this summer I will go traveling. I'll look forward to that. And I'll think about it as a part of my education. I'll go to Southeast Asia again. It was so fun there last year. This year I want to go to Indonesia and maybe in Cambodia, places I've never been before. It's just so much more authentic to my true self. Talking and speaking. I mean, it's what I've been doing all the time since I was a little kid. I just love talking and I love speaking. And I think at times I'm oversharing, which might be some sort of a trauma response. I think that's something else I'm admitting to myself, is I'm always saying, I had the greatest childhood ever. And I mean, objectively, from the outside perspective, of course I did. Two parents who loved me, always together. I was at home, but there's certain things that just happen to you when you're a kid that I think you don't recognize. That trauma doesn't have to be so intensely negative, like you got assaulted or whatever, or something like that when you were a child, but maybe someone said something mean to you and you don't realize how it subconsciously affected your behavior from here on out. And now you're exhibiting that behavior in the way you treat other people. And I think one thing I really need to recognize is other people are affected by my behavior. I think I can be very blunt and arrogant and not nice to people without recognizing it at all. Some people think I'm really nice. Some people really don't. Some people get really mad at me. And I really offended someone recently. And I feel really bad about that. But anyway, I'm going to go to the oncologist in about 30 minutes. I'm not excited. Wow. But I am excited to go traveling this summer. And I am excited to keep making videos and writing and sharing my journey with the world. And it's times like this when I really miss my mom. It's almost been 5 years. It'll be 5 years and 9 days that she's been passed away. I lived with her in this house. Here's my mom right here. That's my mom up there, and that's her in the ashes. And that's a photo of her at my brother's wedding. And that was almost 5 years ago. I was 23 at the time. Now I'm 28. And this is also the couch where I had a seizure 3 years ago. I had a seizure on this couch right here. How do I do this? On this couch right here. I had a seizure, but the couch was over there at the time. And wow, I was sitting right here with my family. The room layout was different. I was sitting right here with my family when the surgeon called me, and he was the one who told me on the phone, before I got the intense details. He was the one who said, yeah, we found cancer in your brain. It's a glioblastoma. Whoa, a lot of things go by. You never think this shit's gonna happen to you. And then it happens to you. It's like, that's the kind of stuff that really makes you feel like main character energy. But I think round 2 is coming back because I have more lessons to learn. I really have more lessons to learn in how I'm treating my own life, how I'm treating myself, how I'm treating other people. Wow, when I take the camera like this, it actually looks like I have a cool backdrop already. I built all of these wood stands. If you look closely at them, they're not well done. But if you look from far away, they look cool. These plants, this was one of the first plants I ever had. It was about this tall when I got it. Now it's all grown up. This plant has had multiple generations of children. And thank you so much to everybody who reached out from the last video. It really, really helps so much to know I have a community of people who care, who have insight and input, and everyone has their own struggles and their own journey and everything. And I really love everybody. I really love everybody I've ever met. I'm very optimistic about the world, my daily attitude, but I do have this secret life. I do have this internal life where people don't really realize, especially when I'm in class or when I'm just having a conversation, if I zone out or I'm in a bad mood, people are like, what's wrong? And it's like, well, I'm having a pseudo seizure. Basically, I'm on medication, so I don't have seizures, but I get fatigued or I have a hard time focusing in class or something, or people don't realize that we're all just sitting in class and I'm thinking, oh, my heart's beating so fast before, is this a seizure? Is this a seizure? Oh no, this is not a seizure. So it's pretty intense because I look like, people tell me I look like, forgive the language, people tell me at times I look like a fuckboy or like a Chad or something. And I'm like, you don't I lost my hair from radiation, the reason I go to the gym all the time is because my naturopath said, I had one consultation with her and she said, muscle is medicine. You need to go to the gym. So it's I need to, people, why do you go to the gym all the time? Why do I go to the gym 5 days a week? It's Because I'm thinking about mortality. Like, if I just don't go to the gym, I'm letting my body deteriorate. So if you don't want to go to the gym, that's totally fine. I don't blame you. You don't need to go to the gym, but like, I feel compelled to go. I need to create that habit because even though I look this way, I look some type of way that people don't associate with, like, I have a legal disability under the government because I can have a seizure. I'm considered to have a grave illness, a permanent illness, permanent disability, right? And to be honest with you, it does affect my physical movement. Like, I never say that to anybody. Like, literally the left side of my foot, the left side of my body is not as coordinated as the right side. There's an imbalance. I like running. So when I run, every time I run, my left knee, after a long run, my left knee will always hurt. And it could just be a knee problem, but it's also this connection of my nervous system. My brain does not communicate properly with the left side of my body because the tumor's on the right side. So there's like all these things that I don't really share with people. And there's this funny paradox of, you don't want to share it with somebody, but then you feel fine sharing it with the entire world on the internet. But the truth is, right now I'm standing by myself in the room, so I'm talking on the camera, so I don't ever have to upload this anywhere if I don't really want to. And this is completely non-scripted, as you can obviously tell. I don't even know if anyone's going to watch this. But damn, I think that I do like school. I do like writing. I do like talking. I do like making music, rapping, singing, dancing. But if there's any real true purpose I have in life is to share this story of what it's like getting cancer when you're young and telling people about it. I miss my mom. Like 18 months after my mom died, I got diagnosed with cancer. I was 25 years old. A lot of worse things have happened to people. A lot of worse things have happened to people, but that was a pretty shitty thing that happened to me. And there's also that balance of being like, I'm not a victim, you know, I'm a creator. So in some sense, I created this as a challenge for myself to become a greater person. And I've always loved the hero's journey. I love storytelling. I love the hero's journey in the sense of the hero has to suffer. If this hero just goes one step at a time, no problem, it's not a story. The best hero is the one who suffers the most and doesn't blame the world for it, but rather takes responsibility for themselves. And the villain is the opposite. The villain is just like the hero at the beginning. They suffer, they're in pain, but the villain takes it and they blame the world and they say it's the world's fault, it's everyone else's fault, they owe me, and now I'm gonna demand power and respect from everyone. And it's not as black and white as it is in a story, though, because heroes can have villain qualities and villains can have hero qualities. And I like to think I'm the hero because I'm suffering and I'm overcoming hardships, but at the same time, I've treated people poorly in my life, and unfortunately, I'll most definitely make that mistake in my life again. I know I've hurt people's feelings. I know I've done rude things. As much as we can all say we didn't do it on purpose, most of us have the good intentions. I believe most people think they have good intentions. But so that's something that happens with cancer, is that it really makes you start asking these deep questions about life. Because I'm rambling on about this and that. Last time I talked about Bitcoin and traveling. Now I'm talking about school and my mom and everything. But I love you all very much. Thank you for watching my video again. And I wonder how long I'll keep these up. Hopefully every day. My background looks pretty cool. I ordered a selfie stick. My friend sent me a long message encouraging me to be a blogger. So shout out to the homies. I'm going to be walking around with a cancer. I think I'm going to do that all next semester. I'm just going to walk around campus with a selfie stick and talk to the camera. And people are going to look at me like, what's this guy doing? And I'll be like, oh yeah, by the way, me? Chemotherapy, cancer guy. Matt Jones. Okay, I think that's a good place to end. Thanks so much, everybody. I love you very much. Bye-bye.